you could accept the fact that the city is headed for a disaster of biblical proportions. What do you mean biblical? What he means is Old Testament behavior. Real wrath of God type stuff. Fire and brimstone coming down from the skies. Rivers and seas boiling. 40 years of darkness, earthquakes, volcanoes. The sea rising from the grave. Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together. That's hysteria.
Broadcasting live from the WDCE studios out of the University of Richmond. You're listening to 90.1 FM from the most trusted puppet in media. Reporting since Roswell, I'm Sam Newsman, and this is Saturday morning. Yes, the very first day of April here in the year 2023. Kurt Kenobi down in the chat saying happy birthday. I appreciate that. April the 1st in the year 1901 was the day that the world was graced with the amazingness of a media puppet. But it wasn't until Roswell that I became a household name. Once again, broadcasting live from the WDCE studios out of the University of Richmond. You're listening to 90.1 FM. Download the Live 365 app. Download the Live 365 app. And you can listen to the songs that I just played on the radio. Legion of Doom, Razor Ramon, Big Boss Man, Ted DiBiase, and Mr. Perfect. And you ask, well, Sam, why are you playing wrestling themes? Well, usually we play cartoon themes here on a Saturday morning, but today is WrestleMania Saturday, and tomorrow is WrestleMania Sunday. Right, WrestleMania is 2 whole days. In the last hour, we just went over the matches with Deep Cut Dave and who he thought who was going to win. Casper down in the chat, Tiny Plastic as well. Good morning to all of you out there. Cato's Collection, see him as he posted an image of a blackened out mask vehicle. April Fools. Yes, no, because we all know that Hasbro will never touch mask, which is why leave it up to Ramen Toy. Shout out to Ramen Toy for doing the Makina line, which is basically mask, but this is the Makina line, and they're reviving it. So they're reviving it. If you want to get your mask figures, go to Ramen Toy, and you get a whole bunch of other figures. They finally showed off 3-0. That would be 30-30 from Bravestar. They're calling them 3-0 because they don't have the licensing. Well, I kind of like the fact that they don't have the licensing. Right. Well, they can kind of just use a little bit of liberties with what they're doing. Now, they did have the Silverhawks license, but that was a whole snafu in and of itself. What was that? Yeah, no, I did finally get the Silverhawks figures, the Super 7 ones. I did. But we are going to hold off on my thoughts about those for a couple of weeks. Got some things cooking in the background. Hopefully can get with a few other creators here on the interwebs before I actually go over my thoughts about those Super 7 figures. But shout out to Ramen Toy. Ramen Toy. They're also doing a Maverick figure. I mean, I never thought I needed a Tom Cruise figure until they showed it to me. Right? I mean, listen, a Top Gun figure was never in my wheelhouse. I was like, I need to have a action figure of Tom Cruise from Top Gun. And then all of a sudden, Ramen Toy is like, hey, look, we're making this figure. We're calling it the Maverick. Wink, wink, nod, nod. And I tell you what, it looks incredible. So check them out. Like I said, Ramen Toy. My favorite studio that creates action figures. I'm also a fan of Valaverse too. So shout out to Bobby Vala and Valaverse. And looking forward to speaking with the AWOC, Animal Warriors of the Kingdom, and their creators at Joe Fest. Did you see the robe that Cato had the other night on the podcast? Well, listen, I sat there, I reached out to him and I said, well, hey, you know what you should do is you should wear that robe around Joe Fest. And he said, I think I might. I said, well, only if you bring a pipe. You have to have a pipe for it too. I mean, that's really what it's all about. You gotta if you're gonna have the fancy velvet robe, you need to have the fancy pipe so you look like you're civilized and reading us a children's book late at night, right? Exactly. Gigashock down in the chat. Gigabo, my Rambo figure. So shout out to Gigashock because I did a pop and swap, and I called him Gigabo, but it's Rambo. It's basically Rambo. Made a Rambo figure myself out of different pieces and parts. It looks like Rambo. I pretend that it's Rambo, but I call him Gigabo. So thank you so much for the happy birthday wishes. It is my birthday, 122. And of course, the phone lines are open, 804-289-UR90, 804-289-8790 to call in and wish me a happy birthday. But not only that, want to know your favorite WrestleMania moment or a favorite wrestler or something that has to deal with wrestling, because like I said, it is WrestleMania Saturday. And we'll wait here till somebody calls in just a few moments. Like I said, lines are open, 804-289-UR90, 804-289-8790 to be a part of the show. Now, I did receive a couple of gifts. They're always addressed to Lord Blanket. And one of the things that I'm not really up on, I'm not even sure about this whole Lord Blanket stuff, what it's about. It has to do with something. But I do have a couple of things that I'm going to open up here in just a few moments. But we got the phone lines. They're ringing right now. Let me go over here to the phone. Caller, are you there? You are here live with the most trusted puppet in media, reporting since Roswell, Sam Newsman. How are you? State your name. What's going on? How are you?
It is me, the Russian collector, wishing Sam happy birthday.
Oh my gosh, the Russian collector. It has been a long time since we have spoken. Things have been going
long while, but happy to be here to say happy birthday to you. And the same, you've been around since 1901, yeah?
Yes, 1901, celebrating 122nd birthday today.
We're very happy to know you. I plan to be at the Capitalist Joe Fest this year.
Oh, you're going to be. So are you? Wait, are we allowed to have that intel? Is that not classified? But so you're going to be at Joe Fest. The Russian collector is going to be. Is this breaking news?
We'll be at the Capitalist Festival called Joe Fest to celebrate the wonderful capitalism that will collapse soon, and you will join my party very happily.
Right, and well, but now it's going to come crumbling down because Cobra is the good guy, right?
Cobra is always good guy.
Okay, so we should call it Cobra Fest. Maybe I guess that maybe after this year we'll call it Cobra Fest, right?
It will be Cobra Fest after capitalism falls.
Awesome. Well, you know what? I will be there, and it sounds like you will be there.
I will be there. Hey, did you see that the mask is making the rhino with HasLab?
I did see that. I saw that. It is something that I thought was just a joke at first, but it is serious. There is a HasLab.
Would post fake news today.
No one would post fake news on a day like today, and so I'm excited that there is a HasLab mask vehicle in the pipeline. It's about time. That Hasbro finally got off their butts and made something for 80s kids like the mask rhino, like you said. So it's about time. Good job, HasLab. Good job, Hasbro, for that. Like I said, no such thing as fake news today. It's definitely real. Definitely real. Another thing that is real are potatoes. So
I will be bringing my favorite potatoes to Cobra Fest this year.
Right. And so is there a particular potato that you prefer collecting? Because I was going to tell you that being that it is my birthday, one of the things that I wanted you to do as the Russian collector is to celebrate my birthday, because I know you're across the pond, but to have a couple of potatoes. What is your favorite potato to collect?
Irish Mr. Potato Man.
Irish Mr. Potato Man.
He's Irish Potato Man. He's a nice guy. He gets sunburned very easily, though. He burns easily, Irish potato.
Right. Well, one of the listen, I agree with you, but like I said, I want you to have potatoes today in my honor, and it will make me so happy.
WrestleMania, yes, this year.
Oh yes, there's WrestleMania. There is WrestleMania this tonight and tomorrow. Now, Russians, from my understanding, you guys don't wrestle each other. You just wrestle bears, right?
Just pure bears.
Yeah, so just bears. Like, so people, so here we are over in the States and we're wrestling humans versus humans. But over in Russia, not only do you have the potatoes, but you guys are wrestling bears, like real bears.
It's incredible. So in old days, we sent our weakest wrestlers to the United States so they could have a little bit of fun. So we sent the Kolovs over there, Ivan and Nikita. We sent them over to wrestle all the weak Americans. They were the tiniest Russians we had available.
So if you guys put those guys up against bears, they would have lost.
Yeah, we have small bears. They wrestled cubs. So we sent them to U.S. to wrestle you weak Americans.
And are those your favorite wrestlers from that era, being that they came from over there in Russia?
Of course. Yeah,
they are heroes.
They spent multiple days per week beating crap out of tiny, whiny Americans.
And that's true. They did. A lot of heat generated by the audience. But once again, the audience is always rooting for the wrong individual. They're rooting for G.I. Joe. We know they should be rooting for Cobra. They're rooting for Hulk Hogan when we know they should be rooting for Nikolai Volkov. So I understand completely where you're coming from. And people just have a misconception about really who the real heroes are. And of course, they're always from Russia.
It's all propaganda.
It is. And it just bothers me. It bothers me that these humans continue to go down this path. But I tell you what, it's people like you across the pond reminding all of us that capitalism will fall and that Cobra will always be the good guy.
I want you to have happy birthday. I make room for other callers to come in to tell you, but I wanted to make sure I call in first during this time to say happy birthday. Welcome. I see you at Cobra Fest 2023, and I look forward to shaking hands with very old puppet.
Absolutely. Very old puppet. But I tell you what, if we need to keep it classified, we will. So we'll see you at Cobra Fest. And that'll be in about 9 weeks. And until then, you have safe travels making it across the pond over here to Cobra Fest. And listen, if you need me to just continue to, be, hush, hush and keep it classified, you just let me know. Just reach out to me directly. And we'll keep things classified if necessary. Listen, we don't want to have a potato rush. The last thing that we want to do is have everybody know that you're there and then there's a rush on the floor for the potatoes. Can't have that.
Giving away free signed potatoes.
Free signed potatoes. You heard it here first from the Russian Collector. Once again, thank you, sir, so much for calling into the show. And once again, enlightening us all who the real good guys really are.
Have a good day, you capitalist scum.
That's right. There he is. Yep. And he's not speaking about me. No, not me. No, I'm not the capitalist scum. I'm the real media puppet. I'm the real media puppet. And here I have callers calling in from Russia. Right. I should have asked him about Trump. We'll get to Trump on the top of the next hour. Oh my gosh. I'm trying not to go there. But one place I will go, I will say, Profit Director, I see you down there here in the chat. Destiny Marie, shout out to you. And of course, some other people, James in the chat. Let's see here. The way you shake it, I can't believe that I've never seen a puppet like that. Yes. Sure. Okay, so back to what I was saying. 804-289-UR90, 804-289-8790. Call in. Let me know exactly who your favorite wrestlers are and your favorite WrestleMania matches. Mud Scuffer, see you down there too. Thank you so much. Okay, so first couple of things. I got 2 things. Well, I got a couple of things. I got 5 things, actually. So the first thing that I have is from Astray Le Bleu 1. So I see Kim for life, Cato. I'll see all you guys down there. Thanks again, of course, for joining in. I have a couple of packages. So, of course, once again, I was talking about Lord Blanket. Everybody sends stuff to Toy Town to Lord Blanket, and then I have to intercept it. What do you mean Lord Blanket is real? No such thing as Lord Blanket. Why does everybody keep saying that? Anyway, so here we are. So I got a few things from Astray. Let me see if I can go grab this. Yep. Astray's BBP. BBP? No, not BBC. No, not the rate. Not the television station. No. BBP. A big black package he sent me, and in it was this. You see this? Sorry, I'm holding it up right there. It is a Buzz Lightyear figure. It is a Buzz Lightyear figure. Hail Lord Blanket. Hail Lord Blanket. Buzz Lightyear figure. Let's see here. Let's see. Put it back in the screenshot. There it is. Yes, look at check that out. So if you can see that, that is over on the Instagram feed. Let me see if I can pull it up over here in the. Look at this. There you go. Do you see that? Check that out. Fantastic. Look, he comes with wings too. Right. So Buzz Lightyear. I wasn't expecting that. That was one that kind of caught me off guard. One of the things that I was expecting from Astray Le Bleu Uno. Astray Le Bleu Uno. Shout out to Toyo Photo. Who takes amazing photography. Always makes me giggle sometimes when I see something. But I got this. Okay, so here we go. We have this. This is a Usagi Yojimbo. This is a black and white Usagi Yojimbo. They came out with a color one about a year or so ago. And so here we are. This is the black and white Usagi Yojimbo. Yeah, right. That's right. Mary Mert is going to get upset. She's going to say, "Oh, it's NECA, so that means you need to use a blow dryer to it." No, I don't think so. I believe that NECA is getting a little bit better about that, but we will see. I think I will open this one up. I think I will open this little guy up. I wanted to get the one last year that came out in color, but wasn't able to get that. But shout out to Astray Le Bleu Uno, for giving me this, sending this over here as well. But I tell you what, I really dug the Buzz Lightyear. That caught me off guard, and he's got wings too. I never had a Buzz Lightyear figure before. So shout out to DFS, Ash Bailey, people. Keep it in a box. Keep it in the box. Should I keep it in the box? Listen, if I'm going to start keeping things in the box, I'm just going to start selling them. Right? I'm just going to start selling stuff. Let's see here. Okay, so Toyo Photo, we were talking about NECA. He says for accessories, they're using a different plastic for their figures because they're not as brittle as they used to be. Don't keep it in the box. Play with it. That's why we buy toys to begin with. Toyo Photo coming in hot. Letting people know, take it out of the box, play with it. It's an action figure. It's a toy. Well, it's not a toy. It says 14 and up. It's actually considered a collectible item. It's a collectible, an adult collectible, but in the vein of toys. So definitely will probably open that up now that Toyo Photo told me to. If I don't, then I'll flip it here pretty soon and make a profit. The next thing that we have is speaking of profit, I think I got a few things from the profit director. So let's see here. Hold on. I got a few. What is this? Hold on. Wait a minute. All right, so here we are. NECA makes brittle statues. Yeah, that's what I'm told. Well, you're supposed to sit there and use a blow dryer on the NECA stuff. Kidult is the market. That's what we are. This is why we have toys to begin with. Kidult. Well, I know a lot of people that were upset about that term. I didn't have a problem with the term kidult. Didn't bother me a bit. All right, so a couple of things we have here is that we have Savory Fair. Anyway, so here we go. Hold on, let me pull this up. All right, so here it is. That's it. Showing it off on the YouTube channel. YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter at Sam Newsman, Facebook. And then here you go over here on the, let's see here. I'm pulling up over here. Whoa, my gosh, whoa. Oh my gosh. Where is it? Jeez. All right. Like I said, well, these things come in, they come in, what is it? Here you go. So this is a can. It looks like a soda can. Listen, I got to be careful. Don't want to bend these up. Not the cans. No, but there's something inside of the cans. Hold on, let me see if I can get to it. Let's see here. Here we go. One out of 5,800. Here he goes right here. Let's see. Hold him up. You guys hold him up. There you go. The producer's holding him up. There you go. Oh, there he goes. Hold on. Grab it again. Grab it again. All right. So here he goes. Scalpers like to keep it in the box too. Right. I don't call them scalpers. I call them business professionals. Anyways, oh my gosh, like I said, we don't want to bend up this can. We have a can here. It's a Fragile can. It's a Fragile can. Okay, but we got two more of these. So once again, 804-289 UR90 804-289-8790. Here's another one. Let's see here. Let's see here. This one's very interesting. I'm going to just take them out and just show them outside of the little can. This is 1 out of 6,700. Here we go. We have Underdog. You pull him up again. There you go. Hold on. There he is. There he is. Underdog. We have Underdog. Now, I interviewed Underdog several years ago at a comic convention. And don't really see too many people cosplaying as Underdog. But there's Underdog. So we have Underdog. Let's see here. I call them collectible resellers. It's called scalping when the toy is still available in the store and being sold at a ridiculous markup. A business opportunity. Business opportunity. When it's no longer available in the store and there are no conventional ways of obtaining the item, anything goes, man. Price is what it is. It is what it is. Once again, wisdom from Toyo Photo. We should start having some deep thoughts. Deep thought segments by Toyo Photo. Open up your figures is the reason why we have them. To play with them. Let them breathe out of the package. And do not put them in a soulless DTOF. Listen, I never understood that. You're going to sit there and open up your figures from a plastic box and then just put it behind glass? Put it behind a soulless DTOF glass? I know a lot of people that do that, and they say, oh, well, I got to keep the dust off of it, and it looks all nice. And yeah, you know what also it looks like? It looks pretty soulless. It looks pretty soulless for you to sit there and take your action figures out of the box and then all of a sudden put them behind glass. Soulless DTOFs. Soulless DTOFs, what I've called them. I've been calling them that for years. I had somebody a couple months back sit there and say, oh, well, you're making fun of me. And it was like, no, listen, you have no idea. I've been doing this for years. For years. Before anybody started collecting toys, calling them soulless DTOFs. People putting them in behind glass, lining them up with LED lights, looking all soulless and dead. It's like I said, if you're going to sit there and put it behind glass and suffocate it behind glass, just keep it in the box and just flip it, man. Just flip it. Just flip it. Last one, of course. Here we are. 804-289 UR90 804-289-8790. I'm going to keep the phone lines open up for just a few more moments. But we are here broadcasting live out of the WDCE studios out of the University of Richmond. The last one here is probably my favorite. And I'm going to hold it up here first to the YouTube camera. This is Profit Director's first request when he listened to the show. The first time that I knew that he was listening to the show and he sent me a request. He sent me a request for this particular figure's theme song, and that is Super Chicken. So Super Chicken. No, I don't have any cartoon themes queued up for today, but let me see. Do we have this? There it is. Super Chicken. You see Super Chicken. There's Super Chicken in the camera over there, the Instagram camera. So Super Chicken. But shout out to Profit Director, the Profit Director. These came directly from the moon base. Right. Oh, they did. No, they did. Yeah, so they came directly from the moon base. Well, no, listen, I can't give you all the details about that. No, it's classified. Right? What do you mean? What do you mean the Profit Director? He knows Lord Blanket. Would you guys stop about all this? Listen, I know that everything was here sent to Lord Blanket. But of course, I intercept it. And I keep telling you guys that there's no such thing as a Lord Blanket. Indiana Jones line, are they ever going to get Harrison Ford's correct face sculpt in any figure? No, probably not. Probably not. That'll never happen. I just know that I'm not getting any Indiana Jones figures. I'd have no reason to. I'll just let Indy continue to be on the television. If I got any Indy figures, it'd be the old LJN line from the Temple of Doom. Are you familiar with that? Yeah, Hasbro had a line years ago. I think some 3 3/4 ones. There was a whole line, and there was bootlegs too. And I think the bootlegs are actually a better deal, and they're actually quite they're done quite well. Right. Everybody always wants to pick on bootlegs. Just because it's a bootleg or it's a third party or it's made doesn't mean that it's bad. I always hear these Transformer people, even though GoBots are better and Rock Lords are superior. I always hear these Transformer people talking about how third party and KO Transformers are better than the ones from Hasbro and Takara Tomy. Anyways, it's the Takara ones and anyways, I'm not familiar with all that jazz. I just know that when I talk to Transformer fans, they tell me that the knockoff figures and the third party ones are often better than the Hasbro ones that are in mass retail. So Toyo Photo says Transformer third party is amazing. Knockoffs are made are made like the masterpiece standards. Interesting. Third party is harassment, non-toxic idols. DFS. But anyway, so here we are once again. It is 10:44 here on the very first day of April in the year 2023. I just had just a few moments. Wanted to open up. So I basically opened up. My gifts, my birthday gifts from a couple of people out there. Prophet, Astray. Thank you so much for the gifts and me being able to open them up here today, even though they were sent to Lord Blanket, whatever that means. But thank you to both of you guys. Thanks to everybody in the chat. I see all of you down there. Kato says, yeah, I never buy third party. That's funny. But yeah, okay. So once again, WrestleMania tonight. And we have WrestleMania tomorrow night. And later on this afternoon, I'll make a reel about my predictions for tonight's matches. And then I'll have one. I'll have one for tomorrow about tomorrow night's matches. That'll be out tomorrow. But tonight, I'm going to do my predictions for tonight's matches. That'll be the reel. So you'll be able to see that later on at Sam Newsman, all across social media. That's Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. TikTok. Speaking of TikTok, do we check on that a second ago? What's going on with TikTok? 7,598 followers. Things have kind of slowed down on TikTok. I guess everybody's afraid they're going to get rid of it. And here it is. That's the one that I have the most followers on. 7,598 over on TikTok. And people are like, oh, well, I don't want to do TikTok because it's owned by the Chinese and they're going to spy on me. Meanwhile, the NSA has been spying on you since it came about back in the 40s. Anyway, so here we are once again, broadcasting live from the WDCE studios out of the University of Richmond. You're listening to 90.1 FM. Once again, follow me at Sam Newsman all across social media. Download the Live 365 app. Reason why I say that, yes, I rhymed. A poet and I know it. The reason why I say that you need to download the Live 365 app is because I'm about to play a few more wrestling themes. I'm going to play some wrestling themes, and then it'll be the top of the hour. We'll come back. I'll finally talk a few moments about, let's see here. What was that? What do you mean? Well, hold on. I think that, let me see here. Hold on. Just wait a second. I believe that, let me see here. No, wait, what? What do you mean we can't go to a commercial just yet? We can't go to, wait, I say commercial. I mean, we can't go to the music just yet? Download the Live 365 app, search WDCE, and you can be a part of the show. What is this? What do you mean the guys in the back are pointing over there? They're telling me to hold on for a moment. What do you mean you guys hold on for a moment? What is that? What are you guys talking about? Listen, you guys have not done anything over the last few weeks in terms of just staying back there in your black suits. And now all of a sudden you're sitting there telling me that I need to hold on for a moment because something important is about to happen. I think that you guys, wait, what? Hold on, wait a minute. I believe that, okay, so we do have somebody calling in. Hang on just a moment. Caller, you are live with the most trusted puppet in media reporting since Roswell, Sam Newsman. State your name, where you're calling from.
Samuel, patch me in.
General. General. Oh, man, talk about a birthday present to the most trusted puppet in media. But listen, it's good to hear you are patched in at the moment, and we are on a secure line. I want to thank you for calling in. How have you been? It's been several weeks.
Samuel, no thanks needed. We've been very busy in the field, and you, as the good puppet that you are, have been holding down the most trusted position. And for that, I haven't needed to call in, Samuel. However, with so much going on, Samuel, I wanted to make sure that you are keeping the distractions at the forefront. We do not want to tip the cards, Samuel, so to speak. We want to make sure that the individuals paying attention to puppets like you, and particularly our puppets in the media, that they are paying attention to distractions.
Well, once again, one of the things that I was trying to do all morning long, I have not gotten into the indictment, which I might be talking about in just a few moments at the top of the next hour. But I have been trying to distract everybody with the nonsense known as wrestling. So I just trying to keep everybody, thinking about WrestleMania as opposed to the wrestling on the political scene, if you know what I mean.
Yes, Daniel. And I would encourage everybody, if you're not doing it already, gambling on WrestleMania is a really good bet.
Listen, I think it's a fantastic bet. There's no way that there could be money laundering that could happen from predetermined matches, so long as that you place the correct bet and gamble appropriately.
Exactly. Why take the risk on sports when we can just get a phone call and know what the script is going to be?
Well, I tell you what, they're saying that these scripts for these betting matches are going to be held under lock and key, and that nobody's going to know about it until the match is about to start or several hours before the match starts. But it's interesting because then the betting lines and the money will have already been swung one way or another. So my question is that do you watch until all the money floods in about 5 minutes before the match and then place a bet? I guess there's ways around it. Listen, if you have gambling problems, make sure you call whatever number that you need to if you have gambling issues. But I tell you what, investing in gambling is a lot healthier at the moment than probably the stock market. Don't you agree? Or at least even putting in banks, right?
Well, Samuel, from our perspective, regardless of which side we're betting, it's a sure thing. But from your side, we can't say the same.
Right. Well, I mean, understood. Understood. Listen, the guys in the back have been motioning, saying that I need to just stay on topic, not say anything about Trump. Should I say something about Trump in the next segment? I was going to. I was waiting for the 11 o'clock hour, but
your direction is distraction, Daniel. So if you're not bringing up that story, then I don't think you're fully doing your job. Tommy and Willie there, they want to make sure that we don't bring him to the forefront. However, we want to recognize that the distraction is what is most important. Inflation, open border issues, war in Russia, Ukraine, potential China, in a deflating banking system, and an inflationary crisis. Those are the topics we need to ignore. We have an election coming up, Daniel. You know your responsibilities here.
Right. Yep. Keep them distracted, just like a good media puppet knows how to, as the only real media puppet doing this every Saturday morning. General, I want to thank you for calling in. Do you have anything else you need me to report back to you about within the next 24, 48 hours?
I would tell you that if you're watching WrestleMania, if you're not rooting for the bad guy, you're just not doing your part. So I'll leave you with that, Daniel.
General, thank you so much for calling. And like I said, definitely a happy birthday treat for me. And you have a wonderful time with all of your classified travels. And we will talk to you soon.
No birthday is happy, but in your case, happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, General. I appreciate that. You have a good one and a great rest of the WrestleMania weekend. Wait, wait, the line's already been cut? The hard line's already been cut. You guys never. No, see, there it goes. There it goes. Anyways, here it is. Like I said, it is my birthday. April the 1st in the year 1901. That was the day, meaning that today I am 122 years old. Looking fashionably amazing, as always, with my pink, with my sweet pink cheeks. And you can see those live at Sam Newsman all over social media. And once again, download the Live 365 app. I got a few themes here I'm going to play. We'll be back on the other side to finally talk about the news of the week, and that is Trump's indictment. Wait, we got one more? Hold on, one more. Listen, I need to go. Okay, we got one more. All right, you caller, you're here with the most trusted puppet in media, reporting since Roswell, Sam Newsman. State your name. Where are you calling from?
Calling from the future.
Oh my goodness!
The most trusted puppet in media on his birthday. Woo!
Oh my gosh! Listen, I have not heard from you. I was wondering if the hard lines had been cut from the future. It sounds like that they're not. But I want to thank you for giving me the happy birthday wishes from the future. How have you been, and what are you collecting lately?
Oh, terrific. Well, I've been going around and foraging for more food and berries since I heard your other guest callers call and talk about the bunkers. I went out and set on a journey and found myself a little bunker. So now I'm safe from the elements and the robot dogs, the robot mosquitoes, the entire robot army. I'm safe from all of them now in my bunker.
So now that's really good that you found. I'm glad you found shelter. I'm glad the signal is still working. You mentioned the robot dogs.
Why, in the future, yours is the only radio station that I can listen to, and you only broadcast on Saturday morning. Let me tell you, it's a quiet week until Saturday morning.
Well, listen, I appreciate you calling from the future and letting me know that the signal is still working, and I'm glad that you are now in a bunker. Do you have running water?
Oh, I'm still getting that out of. I'm collecting rainwater. It's actually acid rain, so it has to be boiled.
So you collect the acid rainwater and then boil it.
Yes.
And now, is there anything?
Boil out all the acid from all the pollutants that the past generations did. But lately, I've been collecting memorabilia from the landfills. My favorite so far is a Trump T-shirt of his mugshot. It's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite things.
Hold on, wait a minute. So you have that's right. So you're calling from the future. So you already have Trump's mugshot on a T-shirt in the future, and it's your favorite. It's your favorite shirt that you have.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Well,
Nothing electrifies his base more than a wrongful, horrible DA funded by George Soros.
Right.
You know, George Soros, he was funded by Lord Blanket.
Wait, so the Lord Blanket stuff. Now you're talking about the Lord Blanket stuff. Is this stuff even true? Is Lord Blanket even real? Is he really in charge of what's going on in the future? I need to know this because I think I'm just getting trolled here about this Lord Blanket stuff.
George Soros was funded by Lord Blanket. Where do you think all that wealth came from?
Well, listen, I'm a bit perplexed.
Well, I I can tell you where I might think it came from, but I don't want to get canceled on the radio.
No canceling here. The only thing that might be canceled is your signal if they trace your location. So we don't want that to happen.
I called after the general, but I'll let you get back to this radio show. Thank you so much, Sam, and happy birthday.
Thank you so much, Future Collector. And like I said, I look forward to chatting with you in the future, so long as the robot dogs and mosquitoes don't get after you. So thank you so much. You have a great rest of the weekend.
You as well, Sam.
There we go. Calls from the future. So we got calls from the Russians. We got calls from the general. We got calls from the future, the Russian, the general. Everybody calling in. 804-289-UR90, 804-289-8790. Once again, finally, going to get to the songs. Download the Live 365 app so you can hear the songs that I'm about to play on the radio. Like I said, we'll be back on the other side. Talk a bit about Trump's indictment and keep the phone lines open for just a little bit more so you can wish me a happy birthday. Broadcasting live from the WDCE studios out of the University of Richmond. You're listening to 90.1 FM from the most trusted puppet in media. Reporting since Roswell, I'm Sam Newsman, and this is Saturday Morning.